How's it going, friends? Fellow hopheads, my name is Andrew. Welcome to the very next episode of Drewski's Brewskis. Welcome to the next beer review, I should say. This one comes in quite the artistic, I almost said artistic, and that's not how you pronounce it. That's your English lesson for the day. Quite the artistic can, I must say. Pretty abstract, if I do say so myself. This one is Clouding of Consciousness by Fair State Brewing Cooperative. Let's check her out. Alrighty guys, once again, welcome to the next beer review on this here channel called Drewski's Brewskis. Once again, my name is Andrew. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you're in for a lifetime of beer, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's hump day today, Wednesday. I don't know what day you're watching. Could be any day. Could be Wednesday. Could be Thursday. Or, yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the point of the video here, shall we? Once again, this is Clouding of Consciousness by Fair State Brewing Cooperative. They're located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, so a couple states away, but I've actually always wanted to visit Minnesota. My dad used to go up there all the time for fishing. I've heard it's a pretty good spot. And I also haven't been fishing in a while, so who knows, maybe soon, maybe I'll go take a trip or something. But anyways, you're not here to hear about fishing, are ya? And if you are, well, hate to say it, but you're on the wrong channel. Let's get straight into the actual review. Let's take a look at this, once again, very artistic can. Alright, so this is, as described in the can, a hazy double dry hop double IPA made with Citra, Citra Cryo, Simcoe Cryo, Denali, and Strata hops. Quite a lot of different hops in there. Or different variations, I should say. Once again, this is Fair State Brewing Cooperative. I've said that actually already, so I don't know why I'm saying it again. This is 8% alcohol by volume, so it is up there, but it's not the most I've ever seen double dry hopped double IPA. But yeah, I actually really like this can. The look of this can. It's one of the most artistic cans well, I shouldn't say one of the most artistic, but one of the ones that is fairly simple, but I actually like it quite a lot. I don't know, just something about the abstract, the modern art look of it, I guess, is what attracts me to it. So this is 1 pint, of course. It is the tall boy can, like my last beer review was, which if you haven't looked at it, go check it out. Link will be like in the description or something. I reviewed Noggin, a small batch brew by Surly and True Brewing, so be sure to check that out. It was pretty darn good. But once again, we're not here to talk about that beer. We're here to talk about this beer, this beautiful beer. All beer is beautiful in its own way, I should say. Let's get on to the moment that you've all been waiting for, the moment I've been waiting for on this 85-degree day, a long, hard day at work, halfway through the week. Time to crack open and pull up. Alrighty. The moment is among us. Alright. Not going to smell it quite yet. I always wait to do that until after I pour it in the glass. I'm going to try not to dribble any this time. I dribbled the first 2 times. I'm going to try not to do that this time, but we'll see. It'll probably happen anyways. Well, we're looking good so far. Haven't dribbled yet. Every drop of beer that doesn't go into the cup is a drop of beer wasted. Or into the cup, or in my mouth, I should say. Alrighty, let's take a look at what this one looks like. So it is quite hazy. This is, once again, pretty much the same color as the other 2 that I had. I've been wanting to get one that's a little bit of a different color, but I'm not going to complain. As actually, this one was given to me. This was a little gift from my bro Nick. So thank you very much, Nick. Appreciate it. He picked it out just for me. I do appreciate that. And once again, never had it. Always down to try new beer. Win-win situation. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so yeah, let's give a sniffy sniff. I smell citrus, which is probably, I think there is a Citra Cryo. So that's probably the kind of hops that you are, probably where you get citrus from. kind of a little orangey, maybe a bit of like tangerine, something like that, but definitely citrus. Citrus is kind of hard to narrow down as far as smell, unless it's orange, because that's a fairly common smell. But you don't care about the smell, do you? I don't really either. I just want to drink it. Let's do that, shall we? Cheers, guys. Yep, definitely orange. That was definitely the one that I was picking up on with the old sniffer there. Yeah, orange. You can definitely taste the dry hop. It just kind of has that. I don't even really know how to describe it, because as I've stated many times before, and I probably keep saying it, I'm not a beer expert. I just love beer, and I wanted to share that love with you guys. But anyways, yeah, it definitely does taste like a double dry hop, or even a dry hop IPA, or is it a, yeah, IPA. I'm sorry, I have to keep referring back to the can because it has been a long day. It has been a long week, even though it's only Wednesday. But yeah, it just has a kind of standard dry hop double IPA taste. And as a matter of fact, actually, for being an IPA, which normally, like when you think IPA, you normally think of like bitter. And normally that's like what a lot of people think of when they hear IPA. They're like, oh, it's gonna be bitter, it's gonna, taste like, just straight up hops and nothing else. But for being an IPA, and for being actually a double dry hop, double IPA, for what it is, it's not even really bitter to me at all. Well, there's a bit of bitterness, I will say that. Okay, let me rewind and put it in reverse real quick. There is bitterness, okay, which it's to be expected. Once again, going back, it's the whole thing with the IPA, and especially a double IPA, you're gonna have a pretty standard amount of bitterness to it. But the citrus to me is a good way to balance out hops, from what I've tasted in the beer world. The citrus is definitely a good way to balance out the bitterness of hop. A lot of IPAs don't even really have anything other than citrus. Actually, no, I take that back. If you're getting like milkshake IPAs, they do have kind of a different flavor. I'm going way off topic here. I do apologize, but yeah. So yeah, once again, for being double dry hopped and a double IPA, it's actually quite smooth. Nowhere near as bitter as I was kind of expecting. Now, bitterness doesn't really bother me that much. I don't mind bitterness. Now, if it's like overly bitter and just doesn't really taste like anything, it's just like straight up like, here's a mouthful of hops, like, you're making out with a hop plant, then I'm like, okay, maybe tone it down a little bit. But bitterness and hoppiness for me is not really that big of a deal. I don't mind it. I quite like it. But for what it being what it is, and even being an 8%, so up there on, not up there, but getting to, like, I would say a good mid-range for an IP, a good range of ABV for a beer even. It doesn't taste it at all. Now, it's not quite as smooth as the Noken was. Once again, that was a different style, so that's like, we're basically comparing apples to oranges here, but it's a nice mellow bitterness to citrus and flavor ratio. But yeah, I do really enjoy this. This is very nice. I could see, once again, been hot, probably gonna be hot for a while. It's only midway through August, and summer's been coming later and staying later for the past couple of years, so yeah, I could see myself drinking this in hot weather, even in the winter, really. Good year-round, I would say. So yeah, So, out of 5 hop leaves, what do I give this brew right here? I would give it a 4. A very solid 4 though. So no, maybe it's a 3.5, no, maybe it's a 4. A very solid, put in place, set in stone 4. Now, why do I say this? Well, this might just be me having a very clouded perception, I should say, no pun intended. It might just be like the mood I've been in lately, so I can't really tell you. But I've been more like leaning towards less hoppy, more like fruity stuff. I don't know if that's because of the weather or it's because that's maybe what I like more. I don't know. Once again, I do enjoy IPAs. I don't mind bitterness, and this is definitely not a bad beer at all. I actually really enjoy this. It's just, I think if I were to have this maybe in maybe the fall or maybe like spring even, maybe it would change a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, this might just be me being a picky ass or something like that, but I don't know. But a very solid 4. I do like it a lot. I love the artwork on the can, and it is a very solid, good beer. But for being what it is, it's a very simple flavor. Like I said, not overly bitter or hoppy. If you are a fan of beer, but you don't want it something that's super overwhelmingly hoppy, I would definitely recommend this. Especially like I said, going back to what I've said a couple of times already, for being a double dry hop, double IPA, it's not quite as hoppy as you would think. In fact, it's a lot less hoppy than what I was imagining, but that might be a good thing. That might be I enjoyed this. A nice Wednesday treat to get me through the rest of the week. 2 more days to go, and then it's time for the weekend. Thank you guys very much for watching. Do leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And before we go, I do want to personally shout out Windmill Brewing once again for allowing me to interview Mikey, the brewer over there, and for always being an awesome brewery to go to, always coming out with great beers. Once again, I was very fortunate to do that interview. I'm very happy and very pleased with the way it came out. We had a great time doing it. And if you haven't seen it, once again, link will be in the description for that as well. So do be sure to check that out. Once again, this was Clouding of Consciousness by Fair State Brewing Cooperative out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let me know in the comments below what you're drinking on tonight, or if you have any suggestions for beer that you want me to review or try to find. But with that, I'll leave you. Happy Wednesday, or whatever day you're watching this on. Cheers. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.